Alright guys, today we are going to be putting shims on the back of our 45-pound stack dryers here. These are 23 models. Apparently there's some kind of manufacturing glitch. Drums are cut a little bit too long and you have to put these shims in there. I usually put in 2 because they are fairly thin to bring the whole trunnion basket and everything back away from the front so that it'll stop scraping when it's fully loaded. So in order to do it, it's pretty simple, not a very difficult deal, but I've done enough of these in the last probably couple of months to do them almost in my sleep. But go ahead and show you the process and what you're going to need to do it. First thing what you're going to want is your big silver dingus thread protector here that you'll put on the trunnion threads to keep those protected. 3/8 ratchet, long 3/8 extension, 7/8 and 1/2 inch sockets. All you do is first come down here, remove this. So you remove that plate, which gives you the tensioner here. Real simple. I use my drill here, but I use my drill as a fulcrum here. Put it into that, then simply crank it over into place and put your screwdriver through that hole. But I can't do that and hold the camera, so you get the idea. And there you go. Locks that in. Just reach in and take the, and actually you don't even have to reach in there to take the belt off. Once you remove the tensioner and pull the belt or pull the tension off the belt, it's usually enough that you can just go ahead and change the pull the bearing back and put on the shim plate. So we're going to remove the lock nut, 7/8, the nut behind it, 7/8. We'll put the thread protector on it, and then we will remove the 1/2 inch nuts and pull all that back, and then put the plates on. One thing I did forget to mention is you have to put screwdrivers in the basket inside the vent or the lint drawer, sticking down into the lint drawer to lock the dryer in place so you can get the nut off. Otherwise you'll just be spinning the basket. So part of that passive income we talk about in laundromat business is when you do this. This started out as a video of just how to simply insert shims, and it's now turning into a video on how to replace a trunnion. When we went to take the nut off of the trunnion, well, the trunnion spun, which means the weld on it broke, which means that could be potentially why we're having the scraping noise up front. So now we're going to get to do a new trunnion. It's great. Luckily I have spares. So now once you've removed the front plate from the dryer and the door, you remove the screwdrivers you're using to hold the drum still. Then you'll just pretty much slide the drum out. It may hang up a little bit because of the belt, but it'll come out fairly simple. And once you do that, you're ready to go to the next step. Alright, so this is the big silver dingus. It goes on the end of the trunnion. Here's the trunnion. You have these screws you'll have to remove, and the trunnion's under there, and there's bolts you have to remove. So usually it'll be a 2-person job because there's nuts and bolts on that. Okay, so all you do now is just remove these like 12 to 14 5/16 sheet metal screws. You'll remove those. Once you get that plate off, that'll reveal the trunnion underneath. It's pretty simple from there. And now we just simply remove the trunnion itself. I have my attendant holding the Torx bit on the other side. Remove the nuts. They're 1/2 inch nuts. There's 4 of them. Simply remove them, then replace it with the new. Pretty simple, straightforward, pretty easy to do. I think a lot of people get intimidated because you have to take the front of the dryer off and pull out the whole basket and everything to get to it, but it's really not a difficult job. Good time to discuss dryer maintenance. If you get it all apart like this, you might as well just clean it all up. I mean, do it yearly, but then every time you get a chance to also. Okay guys, now we're putting the drum back in. Before we did this, we actually put the belt in place. We hung it around the felt ring in the back. The reason I'm going real gentle is I don't want to knock that belt off of the felt ring, but it goes in pretty easy. Also, you do want to make sure you have that thread protector for this, because if you don't have that thread protector, I wouldn't even try this job. It's a pain in the butt to get it lined up. But as you can see, it slides in pretty quickly, pretty easily. And now that the hard part's done, we just kind of put the front plate back on, get everything buttoned back up, get the door going again. Okay, so we're done. What we did was, when I had the basket out front, I came in, I removed these 4 bolts, pulled this entire bearing off. I put in those 2 spacers back on, then put the bearing plate and the bearing back in, tighten those back down. Then with the thread protector on the basket, we just remounted the basket. Now, you do have to put the belt back on when you're doing that. The easiest way we found is to hang the belt around the felt in the back, slide it all the way in. When you get a new belt, you have those little clips. Well, I don't have those new clips, so we did it with just mounting the belt, or I did it with just hanging the belt around the felt, sliding it in gently, and then got it on. The hardest part was getting the belt back on the motor and the tensioners, and that's just because you're working blindfolded backwards. So figure that.